Hey guys, what's up? Wait a minute, hold on. Florida, you know, where is Lee's around here somewhere? Oh, there we go. There's Lee. Oh,
Hey!
what is that?
Oh, that was horrible. Should we do that over again? That was
No.
just awful.
What is this though?
Oh, it's
about awful.
Check it out. This is what I want to talk about. Well, first let me get the sunglasses off. Nothing worse than a guy with sunglasses
Glasses on his
indoors.
head. So
On your
guys,
head.
lesson: if you lose them a lot and you don't want to lay them down,
Why would you do it on the back of your collar?
because you can feel it, and nobody
You
else
don't
does
feel
it,
anything
so
on
it
your
looks
chest?
cooler.
Or you have a numb chest?
No, I just don't like things going in front of like the brands I'm wearing.
Your boobs. Welcome to Floridiots. I'm Lee.
Pop's boobs.
Each and every week we bring you Florida man stories from a
Yes.
couple of Florida mans. And
Yes.
I got this. So this has a backstory, by
Big
the way.
Florida thing.
I have been looking for a vintage boombox because I want to build up my tape collection again.
Okay.
I've got
I started
pencils.
doing that.
I've got pencils ready to rewind
Yes,
them,
yes.
splice them back together, the whole deal. So my Uncle Rick calls this morning, and everyone in the South has an Uncle Rick. Think Matthew McConaughey, Dazed and Confused.
All right.
He was like a smuggler at one point, and he used to say stuff when I was a
Coffee.
kid, like "I'm going to see a man about a horse," stuff like. He always got those like colloquialisms. So this morning he's like, "Come help me clear some land," and I'm
Right.
like, "Okay." So I show up out there, and he's like, "I got some treasures out here," and I was like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to have it. But it made me think of. I have been to vintage and Goodwill stores
Yeah.
all over this fine country,
Which-
and
Which was a lot.
I think Florida has the best vintage and Goodwill
Yes.
stuff. Colorado's really good, and California's really good. But the great thing about Florida is people die so much here. I hate to say it, but there's so many old people.
Where the elephants go.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're just always coming across great stuff. What is some of your best
Ooh.
Goodwill vintage finds?
Oh shoot.
I got some records
Stereo
today
stuff.
too.
Oh, records. Most of the time, tapes. Since I did start buying tapes, I don't know if we can afford too many of these. I don't know which ones we can show.
Oh, we have to pay BMI fees. We're not playing them. Look, I got
Okay.
Hymns by Tennessee Ernie Ford.
Yes.
I just watched him on a Jack Benny episode the other day.
I think that one's got mold on it.
Elvis live at the Madison
It's got
Square
green
Garden,
mold on it.
and they're in good shape too. But this, my
Yeah.
friends,
Uh-oh.
this is
Here's
the
this.
creme de la creme, Liberace.
Your boy, Candelabra. Right
This
there.
man
Behind
inspired,
the candelabra.
and this man inspired housewives throughout the 1950s to go. He's just such a good guy. Wait till he finds a wife and settles down.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
how did you not know? How did you not know?
He didn't know.
He knew. Everybody had to know.
Everyone knew. No, I think everybody always knew. It's just one of those things we all just were like, nah, it's not real.
Yeah.
Just because if you tell yourself that, nah, it's not real.
So, have you ever gone to a vintage store or a Goodwill or
Yeah.
a Salvation Army and found just like something? I've been to your house. You have great old stereo equipment. Like,
Yeah.
what's your gem find?
Oh, wow, my gem finds. I think a lot of my stuff that I always found that I liked more than anything else was were clothes from the 50s and 60s. Lots of ties, jackets, stuff that you would have seen in Pretty in Pink probably about 40 years ago.
You do have kind of a Cusack vibe.
Yes, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He knows how to kick.
I know what you're going for here. I always think I have the best curls, especially when it's like this is the hair I wanted in like 1986, and I
Yeah.
finally have it now, and it's
Same here.
completely out of style, but I'm super happy with it. Except
Out of
I see,
style.
look at this thing, it's amazing.
It's some hair. Let's see. Get in tight on those curls. Look at that. There's some tight curly ones right there. No, man.
Well, you got any Florida man news for us?
Well, I know you were talking about you were going to bring up which was the first one you said.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, let's go silly first.
yeah. Let's do a silly one.
Florida man arrested.
Weird. Why do too
All
many
the
of them
time.
start that way?
Florida man arrested after illegally harvesting more than 30 spiny lobsters. This, folks, is what a spiny lobster looks like. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's not
This
a
is
spiny
really what a
lobster.
spiny lobster
Check.
looks like.
Okay. Yeah.
Why?
That's it.
Why can you not have 30 spiny lobsters, you may ask?
Is there a law because they're like some sort of species?
6 a day per person.
Yep. But if you have them and they have sex, it's not like you can't stop.
I don't think they're.
You can't stop spiny lobsters from having sex. That's wrong. That's anti-spiny lobster sex.
This is the big one though.
Come on, who else is gonna have sex with a spiny
Hot
lobster?
spiny lobster on spiny lobster action.
That's right.
We just started hashtag spiny lobster. Florida man arrested with 17 pounds of pot on the Kansas highway. Was
Kansas.
the stop legal? So this cop in Kansas basically was cop of the year in Kansas.
They usually are.
He pulls a guy over for
All
going
of them.
4 miles an hour over the speed limit.
4 miles. I thought you were allowed that 5 mile
You are.
rule.
When he gets there, though, he says, well, I'm going to search your car. And the guy doesn't want him to, so they call in the dogs immediately.
Yeah.
That's the thing about everybody says, know your rights. Don't let them search your car. Always say no. They don't have the right to do this, that, and the other. But the thing is, once you say no, that's what gives them probable cause.
But here's another. I found out this week because I like to watch these audit shows on YouTube where people, audit police officers.
Right.
And the thing is that most police officers don't take the training for those dogs, so they're not professional dog. How they say it, trainers. So what they figured out is that the dogs are trying to get a positive reaction out of the officer because they're best friends.
Right.
And if they don't get that positive reaction, that means it's a negative, so they don't get a treat. So if they don't react, they don't get a treat.
Right. It's a catch-22.
So if the doggy doesn't go, Scooby Snack,
Right.
You can smell weed anywhere if you're a dog and you want a Scooby Snack.
Well, here's the thing. This dog did not indicate. He didn't do anything on
no,
video.
some of those guys will just tap on
Right.
something and do something.
This
What's
dog
this?
didn't sit. It didn't do anything that would have indicated.
Yeah.
He's indicating. The
He's
dog's indicating.
We got to tear your car apart.
So my dad had his car taken apart in Texas.
Of course.
Completely taken apart. My dad was driving, not for this uncle, but for a different uncle.
Oh, sure.
He was driving a gold Porsche
Allegedly.
911 across the country and got pulled over in
What year?
Texas, the middle of nowhere, at 86, 87.
Okay, you could have been messed up in Texas in '86 driving a Porsche.
And the cop took the car completely apart.
Chuck Norris kicked his car's butt.
He could have sworn something was in that
Walker,
car.
Texas Rangers.
And so completely dismantled it on the side of the road and then left him there to put the car back together.
That's nuts.
But yeah, man, this guy had 17 pounds of pot in the middle of Kansas, and the dog doesn't indicate. So then the cop goes, well, I see a vape pen. Also not illegal.
Not illegal.
So,
is it illegal in Kansas?
No.
Oh, wow.
It was just
strange.
a regular vape pen. It was not
like
a
an
pot
e-pen.
vape pen. Right, exactly.
Okay, that's bad.
So apparently this cop who won Cop of the Year has used these tactics over and over again to get people and put them away and, just get drugs and whatever off the streets.
Kansas sound like some Florida haters to me.
Yeah, so
Dang.
I think we're getting into this weird situation where in Colorado it's legal and in the next state over it's legal, but you have to drive through Kansas and it's not legal. Now this guy, obviously, this was not personal use. So, but it's legal so many places, and I just feel like you shouldn't be going to prison for living in a different area code.
And I think we've already figured that out, didn't we? Like 5-6 years ago, that people shouldn't be going to prison for nonviolent crimes like this. Like this has already been in discussion since Barack was in office. So I mean, I kind of find it's funny because most of these states do receive so much federal funding from the government to support their policing and all this other stuff. So if they don't quite make it legal, they could still make money by seizuring, taking people's stuff and the seizure of their home or their cars or anything else like that. So
this guy played a role in seizing more than $27 million in drug proceeds. And that's the other thing is you wonder how much of that actually had anything to do with drugs at all.
And I bet you that there was $50 million to begin with.
Right. Well, yeah, we don't know that to be true, by the way.
I said it.
By the way, this is probably the last episode of Floridiots, as both of us will have our homes raided tonight. So
come on over.
But yeah,
I'll be waiting for you.
I think we got to get to a place where first of all, we should not even be in a place in this country where we're putting people in prison for nonviolent crimes. You're exactly right about that.
Yeah.
But we definitely shouldn't have substandards.
Yeah.
You
no.
know, like in Alabama, you're going to prison. In Florida, you're not. In California, you're going to prison. In North Carolina, you're not.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, and we're giving out awards to these guys who are ruining people's lives.
Yeah, definitely.
That guy was 17 pounds. He didn't have 17 pounds of fentanyl, you know?
Yeah, that'd have been messed up.
Go get the stuff off the streets you're supposed to be getting
That's
off the
killing
streets,
people.
right?
Quick. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
It's
what's
just-
the third Florida man story you said you had going?
Oh, I didn't have one.
Oh, you didn't have one?
I thought you had one.
We picked out the 3 that we were talking about earlier.
I just found Florida Man, the epic adult coloring book. How
Oh,
awesome is
no.
that? Isn't that the coolest logo ever?
Look at that.
Jorts, obviously.
Mine are never that
Pink
short.
flamingo, guzzling beer, American flag cape.
Disrespectful with the cape.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful with the jorts. What do you got, Jay?
There's actually there's a Florida man who tried to arrest or evade police officers by doing cartwheels.
Oh, yeah. I don't see why people don't use that method more often.
I mean, I know
He tried to cartwheel away from the cops?
Yeah, cartwheel.
That's awesome.
Like, I don't know how fast he could do cartwheels. I wonder if he was a gymnast.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, if he was a gymnast,
We got
he
like
could
a
have
real
flip-flopped right out
Yeah.
of there. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
Brian Boitano
Real
type
Brian
dude.
Boitano. Get back here, Brian Boitano. You and your cocaine, too.
I'm sure cocaine was involved.
Stop
for
cartwheeling.
Sure. Every one of these Florida Man stories, meth is right behind it.
99% of the time, yes, for sure.
Well, follow us at the Floridiots Podcast on Twitter, at the Floridiots Podcast
Yes.
on Instagram, Twitch,
Yes.
TikTok, Smush.
Yeah, Smash.
Yeah.
Check-
Google.
Check out your local thrift stores. Pick up some good classics like this. Number 1, Behind the Candelabra. Good movie.
Yeah. Make sure that you shop local.
Yeah, shop
If
local.
you're here in
Yeah,
Florida or
definitely.
wherever you're watching this.
Yeah.
But make sure, buy local, shop local, reuse things. It's the only way we're going to be able to do this all together.
Oh yeah, definitely. And anything funny you got going on right now?
No, man, that's it.
That's it. He's out of fun.
Done.
All right.